speaking about life, the ups and downs, crossing depression, finding happiness and joy and love and all in between, and family drama. Last time we talked, told you I'll post yesterday, which was on my birthday, but that day I just chose to be in a solace place, quietness, enjoy solitude. And as you grow older, you yearn and earn to be just left alone and with your thoughts and life, and just reflect on life or just enjoy the single everyday happiness, being able to be alive, to breathe, and just living. Um, yeah, I can see I have some pimples, the issues of being a lady, and I don't do makeup, so you see me as raw as I am. This is how every day I am. After I shower, I just apply uh, just oil, and that's it for me. So when you grow old, for especially for ladies, and mostly in African settings, you get asked, when are you going to bring your husband, or when are we going to get our grandchild? It's become more apparent more recently, but parents forget to ask their children, mostly their daughters, even the sons, are you happy? Are you content? Are you okay? Some uh as older as you get, family is not supposed to be a trophy that you have to hold on to some to people's as an achievement. It is an achievement, but it's also a blessing. If it is supposed you're to get that blessing, that's fine. If you're not to, that's still fine, as long as you're happy and you're accepting life as it is. uh Crushes, you can start crushes with puppy love, the young love that you didn't know what was it. uh, I think my first crush was when I was in pre-unit, in kindergarten. mm, I just like this guy. He was funny, and we played together, and it was fun. Mm. So yeah, that one was that. Then when I went to my second primary school, because I did class one much early, before I got to the rightful age according to Kenyan education system. So I had to repeat when I transferred to the other school. I was supposed to go to class two, but I was told because of my age, I was still young. I need to do redo class one again. In class one, yeah, once in a while, yeah, but you're just like, we didn't know about. I hear other places say, oh, well, they have goodies. Um, Welcome, guys. I'll get to your messages at the end of the video or in between the video. So yeah, so class one, I was not that so much into. Class two, um, class two, there was a new student, and he was cute, by the way, and we are still friends up to date. So yeah, I had a crush on him from class two all the way to class eight. And at class eight, I told them, and then he rejected me. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just concentrate on my studies. He just picked up myself. I was like, oh, okay. I opened up my heart. You said you're not into relationship, and then I was just okay, which was weird. I joined the youth in church when I was in class six, when I was 12 years old, and I was the youngest youth member, and most of the people in the youth were in high school and older than that. Yeah, and some guys didn't know my age because I was taller. I was tall for my age, and according to them, I was mature, and according to me also, I know I was. not relating with people in the same age group. So one guy who had just completed Form 4 asked me to be his girlfriend. That's a red flag. He was 18, I was 12. And I was like, because he kept on like pestering, asking me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend, but not really. So then after I said yes, for the next time, every time we were around each other, I'll avoid him by all means. Yeah. So because I was still having a crush in my classmate in primary school, and now there's somebody who's already offered to be my boyfriend, but I'm not in it. Then at the same time, when I was in class 7, my neighbor made a pass on me, and I was like, uh, nah, I don't see you in a romantic side. I only see you as a brother. Yeah, I brozoned him. Then after that, in high school, that's when I think I was like more into like thinking about somebody I want to be with, at least to to grow and also to know yourself with your feelings, where your heart is moving to. I was in a boarding school, all girls school. The only time we'll see the men or boys from different school is during functions. We call them funkies. Maybe it will be a symposium for educational purposes, that is business symposium, maths symposium, or debates. Or if it's not that, it will be sports events. If it is not that, it was church related events. We'll have church concerts in different schools. So you go to that school. Since you know, if you're Catholic, you only go for YCS, that's youth, young Catholic, YCS, young Catholic. What was the S for? I don't remember. And yet it was the YCS chair lady and assistant chair lady for some time. Um, then in high school, yeah, that's when I first met my first boyfriend. I can say a serious boyfriend because everyone in school knew him. He was the head boy of our brother's school. And we met in a seminar for prefects. That time we had approvals of people banning schools and what's that. And it was he actually is the first person who asked me, so what do you see in a guy? And I had to pause for a moment because that's not a question that a young lady as innocent as I was would get often asked. So when he asked me that, I was like, oh, that's a good question. And I said, well, somebody who makes me laugh, somebody who engages my thought process. We can talk for hours and not get bored. And it's a plus to have dimples because they had dimples and they are so cute. So yeah, he smiled for that, and at least we got to know each other. He gave me his phone number. We will talk during school holidays once in a while. Then he was not a function going person until when we started interacting. He will come mostly for debates. He'll make any excuse to come if we had a function in our school. But after he was a class ahead of me, so when he finished his Form 4, um, I think because of distance and also him is out in the world, so obviously there are more beautiful ladies in the world. We always kept on, our teachers kept telling us there are more fishes in the sea. You'll find more handsome men when you go to different stages of your life. True and false. Because now if you don't recognize the men right now who are in your age set or age group, what makes you think you'll recognize them later on? But to each their own. So him, when he was working before he joined university, so that communication was had a big breakdown. So when I finished my Form 4, he reached out. I had a growth spurt. I became more taller than he had left me, and I became more uh, taller than him by far. So he came to visit me when he came for his certificate. His school is around where I live. So when he came to fetch his last certificate, he told me, I'm around, can we meet up? When we met up, and he looked at me, he was like, wow, you grew. I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to. I haven't reached 21 years. Like they say scientifically that when you get to 21 years, that's when you stop growing. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, my height stopped at 18. I didn't grow taller or shorter. I'm just there. The only place I'm growing is either I go thicker, slimmer, thicker, slimmer. The push and whapping. It's like Nidindo. Um, then after high school, well, I was doing I was a tutor for kids. Um, I did get a boyfriend, the one I said that broke up with me over the phone, and I was the placeholder for his girlfriend to get back with his ex-girlfriend to get back with him. So after that, I wrote on Facebook. Uh, I I'm alone now. I'm alone, and somebody replied after I had sent him a friend request for some time in the past, and he had accepted it, and we began talking and getting comfortable with each other. We'll make jokes. We had internal jokes. It was so nice to find somebody who you talk about anything and everything, and you're not getting bored. We'll talk for hours. That's when I joined university, and I used to have projects. He'll keep me company all night. I usually ask myself when did he sleep, because even now sometimes when we communicate with each other, he texts all night, and the next day he's at work, and I'm like, when do you find time to sleep? But when he sleeps like a log or a rock. You can't wake him by any means. Hey, yeah. So college with him, the one in college, it was on and off, on and off. And the time when we were off, I met a guy from the graphic design school. He asked me to no, I met him through an architect student who was ahead of us, a class ahead of us, and then they had a project to do to make graphic design for magazines, for advertisements, and all that. So he wanted models. He didn't go for the schools that are known for having a lot of ladies who like makeup, who are gully. So that is in journalism or hospitality. He came to our block, the ones we are called hard workers, the ones who no nonsense, no makeup, just simple. If you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're not, you're not. Um, so when she was requested to pose for the magazine, she came and we had a free lesson. So she told us, if you guys are free, you can join me. And we joined him and their classmates. So while they were taking photographs, he told me, you can also pose. So I posed, and then from then we became friends, started hanging out, and then all of a sudden I'm in a relationship, which was cool. We're still friends up to date. He also gives me recommendations, or he refers my work to his friends or any colleagues he meets up. Actually, any person except the one that was 18 and I was 12. The rest of the people I've dated, we have gone off smoothly. without issues, still friends, sometimes communicate or not, still Facebook friends or IG friends. Um, then with him, I dated him for 1 year. It was nice. He treated me like a princess. But I was still hung up to this guy who we were on and off, and I didn't want to hurt this guy because he was so sweet. And yeah, I just told him, the farthest we did is kissing. Yeah. I think I was still hung up on this guy that we talked night and day because he was my first, he's the one who popped my cherry. So they say the first love, you can never forget about your first love or lover. Like the first cut deep, and they can do that. You'll always find yourself back and forth and back and forth until when you say, oh, this is a, you stop it. And actually we did for a while. I After college and starting working, I actually dated the guy for 2 years. Then he cheated and lied about it. Then I caught him in lie. Oh, and also got a baby. Now, so it was like, oh, on and off. And I'm like, I can't do this. So when I said stop and I moved out of my mom's house and I started being independent and caring for myself, I valued myself more. Then an old love came back. We rekindled. It was good when it lasted. Now I'm single. I think that whole scenario, the crashes, the loving. But in all this, I've come to think about myself, mostly putting myself first and being happy. If your happiness depends on another person, you'll never find happiness because it's with others. You have to claim it and be happy on your own. You being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. And ladies nowadays can use their if your urges come out, there are other mechanical use. I learned about other ways to pleasure yourself. You can choose a hobby, or you can be your own hobby. Yeah. So it's a lot. I'll say even when you're depressed, sometimes it comes and goes. You sometimes need just that peace and to let go. If you need to scream it out, if you need to just cry, there's times I just in the house I cry. I cry about the past, I cry about the now, cry about the status of a country, I cry about everything combined and let go. I have a lot of tears. But at least you get in your you're the one in control of whatever is happening around you. um if like back to what we say, oh yeah, he makes me happy or she makes me happy or something else makes you happy, just say you're happy. What's stopping you from saying that? Or just being calm, cool, collected, and at peace. This is something that is very underrated for some given reason. And there are people who are also attracted to the toxicity because they like chaos in their life. So chaos controls their life. So if their life is not chaotic enough, there's something wrong, or they feel it's off. Um, Also, many ways, I'm told I'm a jack of all trades. This is my work. I make bracelets or uh, any form of ornaments. I also sometimes I decide it's my hair. I want to experiment with it. My hair has not been straightened. It's just washing it and then combing it with just untangling the knots. Simple, and it's natural. and very curly. The problem is because of the cold weather that we are having in Kenya, it gets more curly. Yeah. Um, Also, I love cooking, so sometimes I take therapy in cooking. I'll do experiments, either bake or just create a different recipe to test my taste buds. If not that, I am in studio recording songs or writing my songs. If not that, making videos like this and talking to people and helping and giving them a hearing ear to listen to you, if in case you want questions to answer, or there's something you need, uh, an advice from outside perspective, I'm also here. Besides that, I love traveling. There's a group I travel with. We go to different places, explore Kenya and also our neighboring countries. If it's not that, I hang out with friends. If not that, it's my work, doing architecture, going to site, supervising the buildings and all that. So if you keep yourself busy enough, sometimes you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. You don't have time to regret the things that you're doing or things you did. And life moves on. Um Now to the comments. Today I didn't have a lot to speak of. My love story is short. It's very short and not dramatic, except the one with the baby mama. But that I actually, when I found out, I was just like, I'll leave you choose your family setting. If she's the one that makes you happy, I'll not be the one to close that bridge for you. If you want to be with your baby mama and you want to raise your kids together, fine by me. But for me, I'll be over here minding my own business. Yeah. So China 456. Hi. Hi. Welcome. Sagar Lagad, please WhatsApp me. Mm, WhatsApp me so that I can know it's who you are. Maybe you're not in my contact list, or you can send my DM your number. Sure, yeah. Desi Cat Lover. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Will it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Oh, that's sweet. I hope it's a poem, or if it's you saying you're falling in love, sending love to you too. Sagar Lagad, I learn you. Yes, learn me, and if you can get, you can learn or any advice from my life, it's welcomed. We live, we experience, and sometimes become life lessons to others, what to do or what not to do. And that's what I understand being human, and what I understand humanity entails. Because nowadays humanity is, wow, people will lie to your face one day and pretend to not have said whatever they said. I think I'm referencing to the political state here in our country. But all through, thank you for joining me. This week I did too. Next week I also be I'm starting to pick up my momentum. I hope soon I'll be engaging, having questions and answers, and answering your questions, and we can find solutions together. Until next time, bye.